Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Thursday night football game between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Welcome to the channel, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNetSD. Now let's get into it. Right here, I'm opening up with the Patreon page. We have some people signed up already. This is just a glimpse of what I'm providing. This was one of the write-ups for the NBA. Usually I'm just focusing on football right now until that season is over. Then you'll get the daily content of the NBA. But as you can see, in-depth plays on the two-game slate. As main plays, my likes, all right, the value plays that are coming through, especially Jordan Nwora, Patty Mills, stack options, I give that, and then I give betting advice. Right now, the Dodgers just won. Red Sox are winning right now. Question marks on other ones because they haven't finished yet. But that's just a quick overview of what you're going to get. Like I said, in-depth breakdowns on slates and betting advice. I'm giving you 2 for 1 for a very solid price. The link will be down below of the page, okay? Down below where you'll see it in the section where it says like, comment, and subscribe. And then right above it, you'll see the link to my Patreon, okay? Go sign up. Get you some good information, stuff that's going to get you into the winning column and join a winning community as well. Now, let's dig deep into this game. Right now, we have the Denver injury report right now. Currently out is going to be Alexander Johnson. He's on IR. Outside linebacker Andre Mintz is going to be out. Alan Patrick, another linebacker, did not practice. Bridgewater and Noah Fant were limited, so that's a positive for them trending towards Thursday. Melvin Gordon is going to be fine. He usually, comes in limited and then plays at the game. Caden Stearns did not practice, so a safety, backup safety right there. He didn't practice, so he's trending towards out. Depends if he practices tomorrow. That's going to be big. And on the Browns side of the ball, we got Odell Beckham did not practice. Nick Chubb is out. That's going to leave a big opportunity for a running back that's been waiting in the wings for a very long time. Kareem Hunt is out. He's been put on IR. Jack Conklin did not practice. That could be a big loss. The tackle. Let's see. Not AJ Green. Baker Mayfield was limited and he's questionable. We'll see. But he's been ramping up each and every practice, so that's a positive. Jedrick Wills, another tackle. They might be out both of their tackles, starting tackles here. He didn't practice. We'll see about tomorrow. Limited on Javen and Clowney. That's always him. That doesn't matter. Limited on Malik Jackson. Limited on David Njoku. He's questionable. Everyone else is fine. Okay. Most of their defense, Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, those are key components right there. Myles Garrett, all full participants. All right. So you got a little overview of what is to expect for this Thursday night football game, the beginning of week 7. Okay. Now, what is going to be our captain plays? All right. You got to question how Baker Mayfield is going to be with that shoulder issue right now. Is he going to be gunslinging around? But he can, obviously. I don't think he is the number one captain. I obviously will have some lineups with him just in case, because Denver has been giving up points as of late. If I'm going to the Denver Broncos and how they've been performing, and they've been home as well, they've given up 34 points to the Raiders, 27 points to the Steelers, and then 23 points to the Ravens. That was a solid performance, but just because how the Ravens have been putting up so many points. But it's sad to see that they were able to give up 27 and 34 points in back-to-back games, okay, against the Steelers and the Raiders, especially the Raiders, who came in with a lot of controversy with John Gruden being fired. A lot of question marks. So I'm going to have Baker Mayfield in our builds. We'll throw him in the flex right now. Let's continue to break it down. Bridgewater is on my high level of captains. No matter what he's doing, especially if they're down, He's been efficient enough to get the ball down the field if that running game isn't working. Obviously, Baltimore is an elite defense. The Jets was a runaway game that didn't really count. But when he needed to score and put points on the board against the Raiders, against the Jacksonville Jaguars, in good matchups, he has taken full advantage of that. And if I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns defense, they've been getting up a lot of points too. So if we're looking at points allowed to QBs, you look at the Cleveland Browns, they're all the way at the bottom. They're 30th in the league, allowing a ton of points. Let's just flip this around so you can get a better view. The Browns have been allowing 26.3 fantasy points to quarterbacks. All right, 30th ranked. 3 touchdowns they've been allowing, 276 yards. That is absolutely horrible. That is something that you want in your lineup. So we're definitely going to have some Teddy Bridgewater, especially as the underdog. A lot of lineup builds are going to favor the Cleveland Browns. I think this is an edge here. We could play Teddy Bridgewater. I like him as a flex. I like him as a captain. If I like Teddy Bridgewater, then that means I love Courtland Sutton. We'll put Courtland Sutton in there. He's viable at captain as well. $15,000. After obviously he's a little bit more at the captain spot. Let's double check that. If we take him out, yeah, he's going to be 15 at that captain spot. Okay, that's what the adjustment was. Okay, so we're putting him in at the flex at 10K for right now, but he is viable. And look at this man's game log each and every week, especially since the injury to Jerry Jeudy. He's been able to put up solid numbers. 7 of 120 yards and a touchdown, 11 targets, 8 receptions, 14 targets, 94 yards and a touchdown. This is a great matchup for him to exploit this secondary. I don't know what's going on. I think they need that pass rush to help support the secondary. But I think this is a great spot for Courtland Sutton to come through yet again, because obviously if Odell Beckham's going to play, if he's not going to play, who are you going to pay it for? There's a lot of value in this slate. So Courtland Sutton, number 1 option, elite wide receiver option, finally back and healthy. That's what they've been waiting for, and he's coming through. Baker Mayfield, if he doesn't play, Case Keenum will be the guy, but I think Baker Mayfield's trending towards paying. I don't have to worry about that. And as you can see, no Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt. One of my favorite captain plays. It's probably going to be chalky, but we have to take full advantage of D'Ernest Johnson. D'Ernest Johnson is now going to be the number 1 back for the Cleveland Browns, who all they do is run the ball. Okay, that's their bread and butter. All right, they lean on a run, and then they work all play action with Baker Mayfield. So they lean on the run because they don't want to put Baker Mayfield in bad positions. And you saw what happened last week. He was put into a horrible position, trying to make a decision, and got himself injured, where he clearly landed on his shoulder. It was a bad scene. But D'Ernest Johnson is going to be the next man up in this backfield. Also, you could go Demetric Felton. This is the rookie running back that they picked up, but he has dual eligibility. They've been using him more as a wide receiver type of scat back. He'll be the 3rd down back. He'll get some snaps, but the majority will go to Johnson. Johnson's going to get that Nick Chubb role. Not saying Felton will get all of the Hunt role, but as you saw in that game, they were using Hunt on, it didn't matter. They spelled them sparingly, but it was basically the Hunt show. All right, until he got hurt. So I love Deontay Johnson. You can throw a dart at Felton, but I want to stay away from that. Especially, I was expecting if he would be a little more cheaper. If he was more cheaper, like 1K, then yeah, I think then you could really throw him in there. But he's pretty much the same price as D'Ernest Johnson, and D'Ernest Johnson is gonna get 60-70% of the touches. Okay. Next guy we're gonna look at, model of consistency. Here, we'll skip down to Tim Patrick before we go to Noah Fant. If we want a secondary option in this passing game, then Tim Patrick is your guy. More times than not, he's going to get you double-digit fantasy points. As you can see, 12.7, 14.8. Struggled against the Ravens, but came back against Pittsburgh, 15.9, and 13.2. This man's a veteran, and he knows how to get open. He has a nice connection with Teddy Bridgewater, and at that nice price of 7,600, he can definitely be put in your flex position. All right. Next guy we're going to look at, Noah Fant. We have to wait on injury news. He was limited on Tuesday. It was just a walkthrough. We'll see if he can be able to be boosted up. But the line that he had last week against the Raiders was pretty much in garbage time. They were down by like 20, and it was just pepper Noah Fant. Like, just it didn't matter. They were playing prevent defense, and he was able to rack up a nice finish to his day. But Noah Fant is obviously one of the options that they like. If he does not play, where is the backup tight end? Let's see if I can't even say his last name. Let's see if I can find him. Technically, the next, I think, Ajui Boonham would be out, and the next guy would be Eric Saubert. Yep, because Albert Akui Boonham is on IR. The next guy up. This could be a punt play right here. As you can see, they always run 2 tight end sets a lot. Okay, a lot. So you could just have Eric Saubert in there as a replacement to Agui Boonham, and as you saw against the Raiders, 3 receptions, 5 targets, 23 yards. He's getting work. He's getting work. Let's just check the snap counts here. If we look at the snap counts for Eric Saubert, I will find him. He got 30%. Okay, and at that cheap price, I'm definitely willing to take that price, that shot, especially if I'm paying up earlier with Teddy Bridgewater or Cortland Sutton or Baker Mayfield. There's some of the higher price guys. If I need one dude in the back of my flex position of my lineup, then I'm definitely going with him. He's getting looks, and we know how they like to use double tight ends. All right. Next option here, we're going to continue to look through. Let's see. And I think kickers are definitely involved. So let's take out this wave here. Mayfield, Sutton. We'll keep Johnson in there because he's a key guy. But I'm definitely not going to defenses. I'm going to lean towards the kickers. And that's going to be Brandon McManus. And that's going to be McLaughlin. And the funny thing about that is, technically, and I can't believe I even found this stat, that the Denver Broncos defense is ranked 30th against opposing kickers. All right, they're giving up a ton of points to kickers. That was something shocking to me. So if you want to choose either kicker, then definitely the guy I would like to choose is McLaughlin over McManus. And then last but not least, if we want to bring it back on the other side, we already got Deontay Johnson. We already got Baker Mayfield. And if Odell Beckham is out, the wide receivers that are going to lead the way will be Donovan Peoples-Jones. He should be in your tier 2. He came down with a crazy Hail Mary pass before halftime against Arizona, and he really stepped up. Improved from the previous week against the Chargers, 5 of 70, and it came through with a 4-catch game with 101 yards and 2 TDs. I was very surprised by that. So we're going with Donovan Peoples-Jones. If we do not like him, Rashard Higgins has a very nice connection with Baker Mayfield. Even a week before, as you can see, 5 targets against the Chargers, 7 targets against Minnesota. In these specific games, he'll come out of nowhere. He has a nice connection with Baker Mayfield, got a touchdown against the Chargers. He's someone sneaky to have if I'm choosing a secondary wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns, okay? So let's put that in. Let's take out one of the kickers, and we'll throw in Rashard Higgins there. So our favorite captains that we're going to go with for this Thursday slate will be Bridgewater, will be D'Ernest Johnson, Cortland Sutton, and Donovan Peoples-Jones, especially if Odell Beckham's out. He has some upside to exploit that defense because they've been giving up a ton of points, okay? And Baker Mayfield as well, all right? So I'm thinking this is going to be, surprisingly, maybe a high-scoring affair. Whatever the over-under is at, maybe that over surpasses. But there's a lot of value here. Remember, guys, if you follow me on Patreon, sign up for the Patreon, you'll get a last minute in-depth, day of in-depth breakdown of this Thursday night football slate with the updated news and the full leans that I will be choosing for that Thursday night football game. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right. And let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other suggestions. I think I covered most of everything on both sides of the ball. Thank you guys for tuning in, and peace out.